Code Sports debate of the week when we head in towards the finals. We're now the English Premier League's kicking off, and we're at a time where they've got a traditional big six clubs, right? Man City, Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, and of course the champions Liverpool. Do we have the same in the NRL? Do we have big clubs, small clubs? Do you think that changes? We have traditionally big clubs.
Yeah.
We have clubs that have emerged in the last few years, and we have others who might struggle a little bit. What do you...
They're a bit different, obviously, because they're based on... That big six is to a large extent based on financial muscle, right? And the ability to spend money, whilst we have a salary cap. So from that perspective, it's different. But I think we've got bigger clubs here, bigger clubs from a financial perspective, clubs with bigger profiles, clubs that are more attracted to players. I mean, I had some drama with the Dragons this year because I said they were a small club now. I think it was on here, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Caused me all sorts of angst. But there's some indisputable big clubs, and the Broncos are a big club, a huge club. The Dogs are a big club.
On the field?
Well, I mean, they have been in the past.
Well, this is the point I want to make. So what do you guys think? What is your criteria for a big club, small club?
Financial strength. Your financial strength's significant, I think.
And your allure for players as well. The Broncos are still
your ability to have third-party deals.
Yeah.
Your ability to attract third-party deals.
Well, then there's only one club.
Premierships.
Two clubs, maybe. Melbourne.
Premierships.
Premierships probably count, yeah.
Premierships.
But if that was the case, the Dragons would be an almighty club.
What about Shark Stadium versus Suncorp Stadium? Does that play into
your
stadium facilities, right?
Facilities
in terms
100%.
of high performance, not just the ground they play at, but the grounds they train at too.
I agree.
It's huge.
There's not many clubs that don't have great setups now off the field.
There's a few.
Yeah, but they're all working on. The Dragons are building one.
Yeah,
right?
Dragons building one. Sharks don't have one.
Well, the Sharks are.
Yeah,
I don't want to say it.
I think Melbourne aren't.
But
happy.
the
Melbourne
Sharks
aren't
are a
happy with
small
their
club
facilities
in
either.
just about every respect you can think of.
They got the second biggest junior nursery behind Penrith.
We're saying that's what defines a big club, the junior nursery.
Well, okay.
Financial muscle,
one
comp, ground's an absolute abomination. Don't start me on the ground.
Training facilities.
Don't have a centre of excellence. I mean, if you're going to use all those things as a definition,
success.
Well, I've had some.
For mine, they're a small club.
There you go.
Yeah, they're a small club. I'm not going to argue with you.
Well, you were arguing with me.
I'm not. Hey, I'm giving you some reference points.
Yeah. Well, I think financial muscle, to a lesser extent, your facilities. I don't know. I think they're all pretty equal now, right? But I think a big club from a financial muscle, from a financial perspective, and a lure to players wanting to go there and going there every year thinking you can win a comp. Like, I think that's what defines a big club.
Well, let's have a little look through. Let's start at the top. The Canberra Raiders, sitting in first place at the moment. Big club, small club.
Can we go a middle of the road club?
Yeah, I think they punch above their weight, but I think they're a small market club. They're like an NBA side that's a Charlotte or an Atlanta Hawks. So I think that that they have struggled to attract marquee talent. Yeah. They've been really smart in the ones that they have got. Joe Tarpanay from Newcastle was terrific. They're corralling all the under-19s New South Wales Origin guys was a great. But they've had these issues for years about attracting the right talent.
History of success.
I think you're leaving out a huge factor, and that's the head coach. When you think about big club, small club, the head coach and his ability to lure players, make players better, that's what Ricky's achieved at the Raiders.
Michael?
Yeah, I'd have a medium size. Like if we're lumping them in if we can do that group as well, because their financial success, their stadium's no good. On-field success, they haven't won a comp since '94. Right, so that's a contributing factor too.
Yep. Melbourne Storm, on-field juggernaut.
Big club. They're a big club.
I think
powerful off the field, powerful on the field. Great coach. Players are happy to go there and improve. I think they're a big club.
Decent stadium.
Oh, well, their juniors are growing, Dave. That's one area. That's one area. Sorry, that's one area where they are spending some money now.
Yeah.
In their pathway.
Well, good. They need to.
Yeah.
So Craig Bellamy, to Dave's point about attracting big name players, who are their big name signings? Remind me.
Big Steph.
Stefano.
They've attracted traditionally big names over the years. Though.
It's also
they've been smart.
they've been able to keep.
They've been able to retain.
But they've been able to retain.
They've been able to.
Retention's been.
They're inside those four walls. Their football department that's where they are a big club because they turn those guys into superstars.
You know, like Tyron
they don't need to
Wishart.
sign superstars, do they?
Tyron Wishart could have left heaps of times already, and has decided to stay.
Jonah Pezzett's the prime example, right?
Yeah.
Like how many players in that position would have left to chase the money for a guaranteed starting half-back spot?
Good point.
So far longer, like it's just the culture there is ridiculous.
Well, if Jerome Hughes wanted money, he'd have left as well. You could have got more money on the open market.
Yeah. So, but they turn players into superstars.
It's a good point. Yeah.
Big club there. Canterbury Bulldogs.
Huge club.
Yeah, big club.
Big club. Huge fan base. Great facilities. They're doing such an amazing job off the field.
I don't know about great facilities. Well, they're pretty good.
They're
at Belmore.
They're at Belmore. Belmore's like the grandstands are dumb.
They're okay.
Inside they're pretty good, but they're building as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
So
they'll get there.
They'll get there, right? So, but
big club.
What they're doing off the field, things like $10 tickets, right? Like attracting fans. They're 95 retro.
I don't think $10 tickets defines big club. Anyway.
No, but I'm talking about. I'm giving examples of good things they're doing off the field, Brent.
Okay.
Right? But their crowds this year, the record-breaking crowds.
Massive.
Right? So that feeds into $10 tickets, Brent.
Juniors, they're doing the work
Pretty
there.
good. They're working hard. Gus is working hard in that area.
That wasn't let
down.
Small,
they've got a small junior league.
Yeah.
But talented, but it's decreasing in numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. An amazing turnaround from a few years ago when
ridiculous.
They were struggling to.
They're a basket case.
On all fronts.
Struggling for major sponsors now. I can't imagine how much that jersey would be worth now. They've done an exceptional job off the field, and now they're starting to produce it on the field.
Penrith Panthers. By the way, if you go out past the stadium at the moment, raised to the ground.
Gonski.
No, nothing there.
You should have taken a photo for us for sport.
I can drive past every day and take some snaps. And get some mileage.
Penrith's an interesting one.
Yeah.
No, they're a big club in terms of, you look at their reach.
Finances.
Yeah, you look at their junior base,
reach,
premierships.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're a sneaky big club who have established themselves. Because when
I think
Brian
the concern
Fletcher
for us
got
is they can quickly fall to a medium club once the success turn.
But I just think
runs out.
that footprint now that they've got in not just Western Sydney, but throughout their Bathurst and Lithgow and all the other places they're going. They go to Mudgee this year as well. So, and those youngsters that have become Penrith fans are 10, 15. They got a whole generation of fans to come through.
Yeah,
based on the success.
You say that, Mick, but remember that CommBank Stadium in the first few weeks of this season when Penrith moved to CommBank, and we're going, well, hang on, where are all the Panthers fans here?
Fair point.
So it can change quickly,
they're
but they're a bit.
medium.
I'd put them in the big category.
I'd put them in the medium to big category.
Medium to big, yeah.
I reckon when that new stadium gets unveiled, they will. They're a Penrith fans. You can't go anywhere without walking to a Panthers jersey now, and that wasn't the case 10 years ago.
What's that capacity of that stadium going to be?
It's about the same. I think it's 20.
Right. It could be the first or season ticketed stadium. Like you probably need a season ticket to get in there.
Potentially.
Are you concerned that it might fall apart? Say if Ivan moves on and Nathan moves on? Or?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Like Nathan's
generational,
so influential, so influential.
Yeah. I'm with Dave.
You're saying the big club's built on a house of sand? Is that what you're saying?
That's what he's saying.
I'm saying the big club is built on the best, one of the best halfbacks we'll ever see.
I still think they've got this new generation of fans that that it might dwindle in terms of crowd numbers or whatever if they don't have success in 5 years. But think of all the new Panthers fans that have evolved.
But where were they, Mick, in those early rounds?
They're a bit like all the West Tigers, all the new West Tigers fans when they won a comp. Where they
happens when you win. Right?
You've got to keep winning, otherwise they drift away.
There's proof that when you win a few titles in a row, you get fans for life, even if you go through some bad times.
Right?
There's,
not everyone's as loyal as you.
That's what happens, right? Like, obviously, winning is everything. Okay, and they won't be able to replicate what they've got now in 5 years' time. But there's still going to be that baseline of support that wasn't there 5 years ago.
Yep.
Okay, New Zealand Warriors.
They're a big club. They got the whole nation behind them. Huge club.
Sellouts every week.
Great path. Great pathway.
Need a new stadium.
Yeah.
But they're a monster club.
Yeah, pathways, as
club.
Dave said.
Increasing pathways.
The fact that
over New
they're now
Zealand.
threatened by New Zealand rugby is threatened by the Warriors is all that needs to say that they're a big
And they
club.
can recruit now.
What about the
Remember
corporate
the
dollar?
Warriors couldn't recruit?
Yeah. Fisher Harris was a massive signing.
Massive. So before that was Fanua Blake.
Tuivasa-Sheck when he went there was a massive one.
Yeah.
Like
Big club.
yeah, they're a big club, and now that they've got their pathways and they'll be able to like attract some of the best rugby talent at that school age level, they're going to be a force for a long time. The Warriors.
Yeah. Corporates are the concern, I think.
Over there?
Yeah.
It's stadium related.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably, well, in the new stadium, I think that's...
Mount Smarts.
That would supersize. That would take them to the next level and really put the fear of God into rugby, I think, over there. Brisbane Broncos, no premierships since... What was the last one? 19-year premiership drought.
Biggest club in the game. Still the biggest club in the game.
They're the Manchester United of the NRL.
Oh.
Unsuccessful
Mate,
on the field.
You can't say that. I remember Steve Noyce saying that after the Tigers won a comp, but look what happened to them. No one's the Manchester United of...
I think the Broncos are a bit
You mean
more
in
comparable
terms of their
than the
winning
Tigers.
Yeah.
I think they're. I think they're still they're a massive, huge club, but their luster is diminishing,
Well, I don't know.
and they need to fix it fast.
Yeah. I think the fact they haven't won a comp in 19 years and they're still the biggest club in the game says they're basically
Unbreakable.
They're
unbreakable.
Yeah.
The Broncos.
They're just the financial juggernaut. Their support.
Yeah, but for everything
their support is
for everything
beyond.
you're saying is why they've been a massive failure.
Of course, they've
Yeah,
been a
they've
massive
been.
failure.
Yeah, they've been.
No one's,
I don't
no one's
dispute that.
disputing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been
Yeah.
a massive failure
Yeah.
over the past almost 2 decades.
Yeah.
But they're
Yeah, monster.
unbreakable. They're unbreakable. You can't say that. I don't think you can say that about any other club.
No.
Maybe Canterbury, but I think Brisbane are the unbreakables of the NRL.
Their Brisbane rivals, the Dolphins. Bit early to say, but
I'd say they're middle, maybe middle
They're
of
a
the
small
road.
club on the
small for
rise.
me.
Small?
Small for me.
Okay.
You can't say they're medium at this point in time. They're what are we, third year?
third year.
Small, but
Yeah, but they've got some history behind them.
give
I
us
Oh,
give us,
yeah, yeah.
give
You
us
see, you
five,
can-
give us a bit of time. They'll be medium.
Yeah, it won't
And then-
take long.
No,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. They're not they're not the other Queensland-based club in terms of the
Titans.
Titans.
Yeah, but
Right,
and
we're gonna go there.
I like their model where they're playing most of their games out of Suncorp because they're getting
Yeah.
good crowds there.
Yeah.
That's a smart move.
You know, you've got a couple there at Redcliffe that they play, and they've got the.
It's a bit of a model some of the Sydney clubs should follow. Mobsy.
Like who, Brent?
Well, there's one club playing at a particularly poor stadium. I'm not going to name
Mate,
names.
you move the Sharks out of Shark Park, you may as well just get rid of them.
Okay, fair enough.
Don't you reckon, Dave?
Not all the games.
No.
No, but no, we're not saying all the games.
Nah,
we're
get rid of them.
saying
Get rid of them.
some games.
Get
They
rid
need
of
to
them.
play some games.
No, they
there.
can't.
They've already taken 3 games
They're
away
not.
this year.
They're not. No.
What I'm
Went to
saying.
Central Coast.
I forget Central Coast. Play them at Allianz, mate.
No.
Why?
You've got a great stadium down the road. And how long does it take to get from Shark to Cronulla? To
Half an hour.
half an hour. It's a
Not
half
going.
hour away.
Not going. They will die.
Take your big games there.
Nah.
It's embarrassing that we play at that ground.
And Brookie's not
It's
much
all right.
better.
It's all good.
Not,
mate.
but it is better.
Just.
Leichhardt's
Leichhardt's
Holds
not
better.
out- holds out.
Leichhardt's not any better.
Well, I've said, you know my
on the
feelings
wrong-
on
we're on the wrong
Leichhardt.
track.
Cobra
Are
is
we starting on
marginally better.
Leichhardt again, are we?
Rabbit
There's
hole.
bulldogs
Not a
to
rabbit
join.
hole.
Okay, I've told you that.
Righto, Sydney Roosters.
Big club.
Yeah, big club.
Big club.
Huge club. Foundation club. Won a lot of premierships. Great coach.
Corporate back in.
Yeah.
Big end of town.
And got
High
the
flyers.
great man running the show, Nick Politis, is worth
Great
a couple,
stadium.
couple of bill. Great stadium when it's not raining. No, they're a big club. Big club, the Roosters.
And although they
Well,
don't,
Shark Park holds better water than Allianz Stadium.
although they don't have a massive junior base,
No.
their pathway strategy
Very
is
smart.
vastly improved. Really
They
smart.
they invest a lot in pathways. They just do it differently to other clubs.
Yeah.
yeah.
They scout well. They build they attract the best talent. They look after that
So I
talent.
think this is why when you talk about big clubs, junior nursery doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It does, of course, it matters.
Well, Roosters show it doesn't.
Well, but Penrith showed it does.
But they
Yeah, that's why we're saying maybe Penrith aren't a big club.
What?
Because if we were saying before, if Penrith have some lean years,
But their factors that drive
they
the
may
category
not
up,
necessarily
whether
be a
you're
big
small,
club.
medium, or big,
Well, then they should
and,
just- they'll
and
recruit.
juniors should be an
Like-
absolute category.
but if junior nurseries were that significant, the Roosters wouldn't be a big club, but they are Because they're smart about the
Yeah,
way.
because
There's ways around
But
it.
you can, you know, no,
They tick-
no, but you
tick
can
all
be
the
a big
other
club
boxes.
like Penrith and have a big junior nursery, and a big club like the Roosters and not have a big junior
Yeah,
nursery.
I know.
So what are you arguing?
So I'm saying junior nurseries don't matter. It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Of course it matters. Penrith wouldn't have had their success without their junior nursery.
Manly
If
Seagulls.
it matters, the Roosters wouldn't be a big club.
But I'm saying you can.
But they tick other boxes.
Yes.
Yes, but the other boxes are more significant. They matter more.
Maybe.
No, I don't disagree.
You don't disagree.
I disagree.
Okay, that's fine. You can disagree.
Insular Peninsula. Manly Seagulls.
Tiny club.
Small.
Tiny.
They're a small club. They're like the
Small.
Sharks. They're a comparison exactly
Similar.
with the Sharks.
Similar to the
Okay.
Sharks.
Well, you're not happy with that because you live
Well,
there.
they've got better facilities than the Sharks.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, Narrabeen Sports.
But
Okay.
More
Facility.
history of success. More history of.
No,
more
we're not doing a
more
history of
comps,
success.
More comps.
Yeah, they've been a better club. I'm not saying they're not a better club. They haven't
Okay.
had more
More
success,
success.
but
Okay.
they're a small club.
But I'll have had
probably.
more
I'll
recent
go with
success.
you. I'll give you that one. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
They got a junior nursery too.
Okay.
Doesn't matter though.
Now,
Red V, Mobsy.
this is going to get
Oh.
Brent into trouble.
Can
St
I
George
steer clear
Illawarra.
of this one?
Why?
I might leave this one alone.
Why? Let's go through.
take the
On-field
flamo.
success?
None.
None. Fan base or
Oh, you're
membership?
excluding St George.
Hold on. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it's
you
on
have
St.
to.
George- Yeah, St George Illawarra.
There's kids watching the podcast never went and saw St George.
Don't start me on that.
So, on-field success. So, fan base membership. It's sort of
Solid,
A bit of a sleeping
without being
giant.
spectacular. Stadium.
Not
Dumps.
much chop.
poor,
Yep. Juniors.
strong,
Doesn't matter.
Big reach.
Doesn't matter.
strong.
Doesn't matter.
Gibber.
No. Yeah,
No,
Yes,
they're
not a big club.
They're not a big club.
No, they need to find a premiership. They need to get into that centre of excellence.
They need to engage their past players. They need to engage the fans. Right? They need to replicate what Canterbury have done. You look at what Canterbury have done. That's what the Dragons could be.
What does engaging past players matter? It doesn't
Well,
make you a big
when three
club.
rock up to 2010
What's that matter?
reunion, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
doesn't build
So
culture.
Shows-
you
shows the
didn't make
culture.
a big deal out of it. You didn't think it was a big deal. That three players from the 2010,
I don't think that defines.
who are all employees.
I don't think that
Doesn't
defines.
sound a great
Am I
message.
I don't think that
Okay.
defines whether they're a big club or
Okay,
not.
not everything I say is the definition. It's a reason. It's a contributing factor. You're saying everything that I
It's
say.
a nonsense. It doesn't
Okay, all right.
mean a thing.
All right.
So if 3 people turned up to the Melbourne Storm
Well, it doesn't matter, Dave. But the fact they
grand
get
final
everyone to turn up.
celebration,
Wouldn't
you
mean,
would say that's an outstanding
wouldn't
sell
mean they're not a big
for the
club,
club's
though.
culture.
It wouldn't mean they're not a big
It's a
club,
contributing
though.
It's a
factor.
contributing factor. I'm not
I
hanging.
think other factors are way more important. But anyway, go on.
We're not. I'm
We're
not sitting here
oh,
and
I
saying
can't argue with you.
exactly. So why are you picking on everything?
West Tigers.
reckon-
Small club with the ability to be
I
huge.
think they're a big. They could be
No, they're medium
Big,
at the
big
moment,
club,
but they could be
medium,
big.
yeah.
They could be like the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs. Yeah.
They're medium at the moment.
Not
They're like
like-
the Dragons.
yeah.
They're like the Dragons.
Yeah.
For me, they're on par
So
with the
zero
Dragons.
success on field.
Yeah.
team-
A
the-
rookie coach.
Divided
doesn't
board.
matter.
Where are they sitting with the board?
Well, the coach doesn't matter now. So why'd you mention Robbo?
Well, I
Why'd
think
you mention
the fact
Robbo?
he's a rookie
Craig.
coach doesn't really
Your ability to recruit.
anything. Well, he's
build a
recruited,
roster.
they've
He
has
pretty
recruited well. He has recruited
pretty well.
Okay.
What about their stadium strategy?
Yeah.
If you're a fan, I'm going to Parramatta Stadium every week as an Eels fan. If I'm a Tigers fan, I'm at
You got to check
Leichhardt.
the draw where we're going.
Yeah.
It's Google Maps.
And then check it again when you're on your way.
Put it into Google Maps.
Don't look. You know my feelings on the Tigers stadiums.
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
rate them.
So juniors,
I think
doesn't matter
I think
according to you.
I think they're a medium. I think they're a medium
Membership.
club.
Yeah, good
Fan
membership.
base,
Hey,
yeah.
these guys, I said it. They're small at the moment. They can be absolutely huge and the equivalent of the new
I
Bulldogs.
reckon they're medium.
They can be the
and they
Bulldogs.
can go into the like mix.
The
They're
Dragons,
medium,
same as the
and
Dragons.
They can become
I
huge.
think they're on par with the Dragons, and I think you look at what Canterbury has achieved.
Yeah.
I think those two clubs could get to that level.
Okay. Parramatta Eels.
I think they're a big club.
Big club.
Big club.
But no premierships.
Thank you,
club.
Michael.
But big club. Yeah, big club.
Big club.
They've.
You like that, don't you, Mobsy?
I do, but it's.
It comes as a millstone because you haven't achieved anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're a big club.
A big club that hasn't won anything in 40 years. That's the
Yeah.
thing that annoys everyone is that 40 years and everyone keeps saying that the Leagues Club's big. We've had 2 new stadiums.
This is
in a
why.
time where no one else has had, Brookvale hasn't changed
Yeah.
since. And, Yeah, there's all those, the centre of excellence is amazing. The juniors they've finally got right out there, which is going to help bring players through and offset your salary cap issues. Signing of big players.
They've had limited success with some of the big players that they have. So what Mal for, and they were huge players.
Yeah,
Foran was a huge signing right at the time, but it, backfired.
Yeah, Mitchell Moses, their biggest
Great
signing
in
the last decade.
I mean, they are just a big club, and who they sign, who they doesn't sign, who coaches them, who doesn't coach them, none of that stuff matters.
But
they're a big club.
But this is why they deserve to be measured differently, like the Broncos when they continually fail.
Yeah,
because they're not reaching their potential, and it's embarrassing that the Sharks are consistent finals teams over the Broncos and Para, who are huge clubs.
Yeah, it's a very, very good point. North Queensland Cowboys.
I'm not sure. Do you have a better read on this?
Small to medium, I would think.
Yeah,
small
I agree.
To medium. Just because they're a regional club.
Small market.
Big juniors, doesn't really matter. Great stadium. They play at great facilities, fantastic facilities up there. But they're just in a market that's not, it's not a big market. Financially, they're not, they're good, the Cowboys, but
punch above their weight.
Well, this is the thing, and this is where I was talking about the power of Nathan Cleary. If Jonathan Thurston's still, we're talking about a Cowboys team with Thurston in at the moment, we're going to meet him to big club.
But I think
because they're just continually successful.
I think there's a bar, Dave, where they can get to, and I don't think they will ever be a big. They're never going to be in the Broncos, Roosters, stratosphere, right? I don't think they can ever get there just because of the market they're in. So they can get to a point, but I reckon it levels off.
Yeah, I think they do an exceptional job for their capacity.
Yeah, and I think moving that stadium into the city was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
The culture that's now bringing out in the city with what's that developing, big. But yeah, small market club doing their best. Speaking of regional markets, the Newcastle Knights.
They're the same.
Same.
They're both on the same plane as the Cowboys.
Yeah,
I reckon.
And it's proven by their lack of success. Last premiership 2001 for the Knights. That speaks to the fact that they've got a long way to go to carry a big club mantle.
You'd love to see them make a grand final, all the buses.
Yeah.
Again, like
Sid Fox.
Yeah, Sid Fox. Maybe get Joey on the skateboard when they win.
But the fan base up there is amazing.
Oh yeah, outstanding. No doubt on that.
They're just limited by where they are and the market they're in.
They're another small to medium like Cowboys. Like they achieve at a great level, like not on the field at the moment, but I think for where they're at, I think they achieve. They do well.
And I know juniors don't matter according to Brent Reid, but when you see the amount of good young Hunter-based kids who are at other clubs, they need to be growing up wanting to be Knights.
Yeah.
Like the Brisbane kids want to be Broncos.
Like the Knights kids used to grow up.
Yeah. South Sydney Rabbitohs.
Yeah, huge club.
Massive club.
Big club.
Huge club.
Massive.
One premiership in 60 years.
Yeah. Still a huge club.
Yeah.
But if you said it 30 years ago, they were tiny club, right? So they've done well to reinvent themselves and Hollywood star power back in with
Supercoach. Supercoach at the helm, great facilities.
Rich off the field now. They play the battler tag, but they're not battlers.
No. But and you look at the last decade when they've got Latrell Mitchell in, they've signed Jack Whiten, the biggest name out of Canberra. So there's been some decent names.
GI
and the Burgesses. So South carry that cachet, right, of attracting big players. So I just think they probably need a stadium closer to home somewhere.
Any ideas?
Yeah, don't start. Nick Politis might be choosing.
Allianz, that has to happen.
Or we get the phone call now.
That has to happen.
I don't even want to. This feels like.
Is this the full stop?
This feels like kicking a sick chicken. The Gold Coast Titans.
They're a small club. Sadly, they're a small club.
No premierships. No grand finals.
No.
They got a good stadium.
It's an amazing stadium.
Good stadium. It's a little bit out of the way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Good stadium. Have had an ability to recruit. Like they've been able to get some good names.
Yeah.
Definitely got a lot of good young talent within that catchment up there.
They're the smallest club.
But they cannot.
How many titles?
They can't get out of their own way.
Fans do you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you know that goes for the? I don't know anyone that goes for the Titans.
Well, you see last year when South had to put out a 6 jersey, they had to get permission to put a 6 jersey out because it clashed with when they played the Raiders away. So we went and had a look at all clubs because you're only allowed 5 per season.
Yeah.
The Titans had 3 jerseys. Everyone else had 4 or 5, but because they don't sell that many. You know, why do you put that much money into it? What is it about the Gold Coast that just it's such a struggle for any major club?
What do they say? It's a bit of a transit.
Any major league.
They say it's a bit of a transit room, the Gold Coast. And the Broncos are up the road. They're such a big club, man. You're always living in the shadow of the Broncos, even on the Gold. It's an hour from Surfers Paradise to Brisbane. So a lot of those people are grown up Broncos fans. Although the Gold Coast has been around a long time now, I suppose, but it's just a bit of a transit lounge in terms of the population up there. People tend to go up there to retire or to have a holiday. But they've got a great junior catchment. Not that matters.
I literally can't put my finger on why. It's just continually pear-shaped.
I think they're just in the shadow of as I said, the Broncos are such a big club. Like they just swallow up everything up there. All the media attention. The Broncos. We see the numbers on our, when people read stories on the website, right? The Broncos smashes everyone in the Courier Mail. You're always talking about the Gold Coast, no one reads it unless it's about some bloke wanting to leave or the coach being under the pump.
Yeah,
correct.
So they're just the Broncos are just so they're all powerful.
Yeah, good debate. Listeners should or the viewers should head over to the comment section and let us know what they think. I'd be very interested. Or some coaches should call these guys.
Yeah, we'll get them. Don't worry.
Yeah,
we'll get some Pathways blokes ringing us.